Hello children, in the previous video we saw about the xylem and the phloem tissue structure and the components of xylem and phloem and its function. In this video we are going to see about factors affect the ascent of sap. So what is this sap? First we want to know that. We know that water and minerals are absorbed by the xylem tissue and it is transported throughout all the aerial part of the region through xylem tissue. So from where this xylem tissue is getting this water and minerals means through the root tissues. So the root tissues will absorb all the water and minerals which is dissolved in the soil, and it will pass the water and minerals to the xylem tissue, and that will be passed over to all the aerial parts of the plant. So the solution of water and minerals inside the xylem is called sap. So the water which is present inside the xylem tissue is called as sap. How we can realize that sap is there in the water, xylem tissue means when you squeeze the tender stem of any plant, you can see some liquidy substances in your hand. That liquid substances is called as sap, which is present in the xylem tissue. So the movement or flow of this sap, movement or flow of the sap in the xylem tissue is called ascent of sap. So this sap means the watery substances, that is dissolved water and mineral substances which is present inside the xylem is called as sap. Liquid solution is called as sap. The movement of that liquid substances in the xylem tissue is called as ascent of sap. Now we are going to see about factors which affect the ascent of sap. So if a process is occurring means there will be some distractions also. So what are the factors that affect the ascent of sap? Ascent of sap in the sense movement of sap. So first factor we are going to see about root pressure. So what is this root pressure? First we want to know what is root pressure and how does it helps for the plant in the process of ascent of sap and how this is affected. So what is root pressure? The continuous movement of water from the soil. The continuous movement of water from the soil to the roots gives rise to a pressure, that pressure is called as root pressure. So that pressure is called as root pressure. So in simple, imagine this is plant root, this is aerial part of the plant. So movement of water from the soil towards the roots. Movements of water molecules from the soil towards the roots. Right? These are all water molecules. So this water molecules moves towards the root will create a pressure. How it will create a pressure? We know that the epidermis layer of the root will have root hairs. This epidermis layer containing root hairs which absorbs the water molecules, minerals which is coming dissolved in the water. Right? So this water, when it is available in the soil, will be absorbed by this root hairs, and the absorbed water by the root hairs will be moved into the root tissues, and this root tissues helps this water to move, carries this water from the root region and it reaches it to the xylem tissue, and from the xylem it is transported to all the aerial parts of the plant. So while this water molecules is moving towards the root tissue, a pressure is created. This pressure is called as root pressure. So this root pressure plays an important role in the process of transporting water molecules from the root tissue to the xylem tissue, and from the xylem this water molecules is passed to the all aerial parts of the plant. So this pressure is created. This pressure plays an important role in the movement of ascent of sap. If this pressure is not created in the proper amount, means what happens? The movement of sap will not be passed over to the xylem properly, and the xylem tissues fail to transport the water or mineral substances to the aerial part of the region. When this pressure amount get decreased, means when the availability of water is not in a proper amount in the soil, the pressure, that is the amount of pressure created in the root, also decreases. As a result, what happens? The movement of water also decreases. Finally, the plant dies without getting sufficient amount of water. So this is how this root pressure plays an important role in the ascent of sap. Next point, we are going to discuss about transpiration. First of all, we want to know what is transpiration. The loss of water in the form of water vapor vapor is called transpiration. So what is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. So this transpiration occurs in 3 different regions of the plant. So first region is stomata. Next region is cuticular, and finally the third region is lenticular. So what is transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. This transpiration process occurs in 3 regions of the plant. One is in stomata and another one is in cuticular region, and one more transpiration process which occurs in the lenticular region of the plant. So come, we are going to see about how this different types of transpiration affects the process of ascent of sap. First type, stomatal transpiration. Stomatal transpiration. So before that, we want to know what is stomata. So this is stomata. This is stomata. This stomata is protected by the guard cells. So this is guard cells. This is guard cells. This opening is stomata. Guard cells, and this opening is a stomata. Where this stomata is present? It is present in the underside of the leaf. Most of the stomata is present in the underside of leaves. So on the top surface of leaf there is no stomata, means there is also stomata is present, but less number of stomata is present on the top surface of the leaf and more amount of stomata is present in the under surface of the leaves. Clear? So this stomata is protected by the guard cells. So what is the work of this guard cells? Means it will help the stomata to open and close. Work of this guard cells to make the stomata to open and close. Make the stomata to open and close. So this is how this guard cells helps the stomata. How this guard cells makes a stomata to open and close? Means when water is available in the soil, that is water is available to the plant, that time the water absorbed by the plant will be transported to the xylem tissue, and the water when it reaching in the leaf region, this guard cells will absorb all the water. This guard cells will absorb all the water and it starts to bulge. As a result, what happened? This stomatal opening starts to open. You can imagine in your hand that this is stomatal structure. This is stomatal This region you imagine like a guard cells. This region you imagine like a guard cells. So these two are guard cells which is kept closed. So this guard cells, when it is getting more amount of water or required amount of water, what happens to this guard cells? It slowly absorbs the water and it slowly starts to bulge. So as it starts to bulge, what happens? A small opening is formed. This opening is called as stomatal opening. So this opening is very much essential for the plants for the process of photosynthesis also, as well as for the process of transpiration also. If the process of transpiration is not occurring, means what happens? The amount of water which is poured to the plant will remain in the plant itself and it will make the plant to get rotten fast because excess amount of water is there. So the excess amount of water will be expelled out through this stomatal opening by the process of transpiration. And how this stomatal opening is responsible for the process of photosynthesis means through this stomatal opening only the carbon dioxide gas enters into the plant and it helps the leaves to prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. So this opening and closing of stomata is very much essential. If water is available, this guard cells bulges and makes the stomata to open. If water is not available, means this guard cells slowly starts to shrink and it makes the stomata to close. So this is how this guard cells makes the stomata to open and close. So now we are seeing the factors which affect the ascent of sap. So transpiration, opening of, closing of stomata is good only, no. Why it is affecting the plant growth? How it will affect the plant growth means, that is, if the stomatal opening is kept open for a longer time, when it will be opening, it gets more amount of sunlight, means it will be opening. So if it is kept open for the longer time, more amount of water will be lost by the process of transpiration. As a result, what happens? The plant will lose the amount of water than the normal level. If the plant is losing the amount of water by the process of transpiration than the normal level, means what happens to the plant? The plant starts to die. So this is how this stomatal transpiration affects the process of ascent of sap. Since this process is occurring, that is, this transpiration process is occurring through the stomata, this type of transpiration is called as stomatal transpiration. So how much percent of transpiration, I mean water, is lost through the process of stomatal transpiration means 90% of total amount of plant water is lost by the process of stomatal transpiration. So next we are going to see about cuticular transpiration.